All right, time now for the chump line.
Joe Biden said he met with the leader of Turkey, even though he prefers ham.
He didn't, but it's certainly within the realm of possibility that he would say something like that. If not now, a few months from now.
Joe Biden, Ilhan Omar, and Jennifer Lawrence, all singing that old Mose Allison tune, "Your mind is on vacation, but your mouth's been working overtime."
Yes, most certainly. And as another old saying goes, it's better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to open one's mouth and remove all doubt. The Chump Line is brought to you by Matthews Brothers, America's oldest window manufacturer, this week celebrating Flag Day and the creation of the Stars and Stripes. We're also saluting Quincy, Massachusetts on their 70th annual Flag Day Parade, the longest-running parade of its kind in the nation.
Any chance we can get these hackers to shut down the Democratic Party?
That was another way Biden stumbled over himself yesterday. He was asked about Putin's suggestion that the countries exchange cyber criminals. Well, number one, I don't think that we get to exchange prisoners with somebody. They have to be extradited. But number two, there's very little cyber crime against Russia going on in the United States, if any, as opposed to what they're doing. And their cyber crime is supposedly at least known, if not sponsored by the Russian state, whereas ours probably isn't, because I don't think there is any. But Joe didn't take any of that into account. He just said, well, yeah, maybe that's a good idea to exchange prisoners, like we're at war with them and we're exchanging prisoners of war.
The 9 scariest words in the English language revised. President Biden, Speaker Pelosi, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer.
Yeah, it is pretty scary. Biden said today that the Republican Party has been vastly diminished. I don't know. They're still pretty close to having a majority in the Senate. Maybe a few boxes of ballots in Georgia away from a majority in the Senate. Not that it can be reversed now. And they gained seats in the House of Representatives. If the Republicans are vastly diminished in numbers, I think it's a temporary thing until November of 2022, the way things are going.
Joe Biden says that he's been accepted into the club by the French president. I didn't know they had a Mickey Mouse Club over there.
Apparently, Justin Trudeau, it's being reported, said that Biden can't go on much longer and that Kamala Harris will be president by the end of 2022. That's pretty scary in and of itself, isn't it, if it's true?
Hey, Howie, Joe Biden here. I'm going to tell Putin what I want him to know. Once Jill tells me what I should know.
Yeah. It's almost time to start reading about Edith Wilson and how she operated after her husband, Woodrow Wilson, had a stroke halfway through his second term as president back in around 1919.
I, too, was swallowed by a humpback whale at Chappaquiddick, only I was spit out due to professional courtesy.
Yes, we talked about that a little on Friday night, the story by the lobster fisherman who said he was swallowed by a humpback whale. The skeptics are out in force today in places like the Fox News Channel and the New York Post. I don't know. We would love to hear from him, though. If he's listening to us on WXTK down on the Cape, we would love to talk to him about what really happened.
Hey, Howie, they keep saying America First is over and it's replaced with America's Back, but if we're not first, aren't we in the back?
Joe Biden was in the back when he was walking with the other leaders. Remember, Trump used to always like to get to the front of the line? Joe Biden leads from behind, like his old boss, Barack Hussein Obama.
I've been to Europe. Can I be vice president?
That's a good point. You know, think of how many millions, tens of millions, maybe hundreds of millions of Americans have been to Europe, and they're not vice president.
I think it's very demeaning to say Jill Biden follows Joe around like his nurse. She's not a nurse. She's a doctor.
That's right. And don't you forget it. Don't you forget it. You know, the headline in the Herald on Saturday was about this guy down on the Cape who claims he was swallowed by the whale was Moby Ick. And one of Grace's callers today came up with a better headline than that, Moby Shtick.
Howie, Joe Biden calling. Come on, man. Why should I send Commie Harris down to deal with the border problem? I want Pancho Villa captured, not seduced.
Let's play cut 29 from Joe Biden earlier this afternoon in Brussels.
I know, and I'm not being critical of the press. I really mean this. Give my word. But generically, you all thought, was Biden meeting him too soon? I haven't found a world leader who doesn't think it's not soon. It's just soon enough.
What? Again, many of these quotes will have you scratching your head. Keep both your hands on the wheel.
That was your last CHUMPLINE message. Thank you for calling Howie Carr, you chump.
That's it for the Chump Line. The Chump Line is the recorded voicemail message service of the Howie Carr Show. You can call and leave a message at any hour of the day or night as long as it's between 1 and 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time every weekday. The Chump Line number, if you'd like to leave such a message, 844-500-4242. That's 844-500-4242. Press 2 for the Chump Line. Leave your message. We may or may not play it at this time each weekday, or we might play it at 7 o'clock tonight on Chopped Chumps. Those are where the excess messages from the Chump Line go. Every weekday, we post Chopped Chumps at around 7 o'clock Eastern. You can get Chopped Chumps wherever you get your Howie Carr Show broadcasts. The Chump Line is brought to you by Matthews Brothers, America's oldest window manufacturer. This week celebrating Flag Day and the creation of the Stars and Stripes. We're also saluting Quincy, Massachusetts on their 70th annual Flag Day Parade, the longest running parade of its kind in the nation.
I think it's very demeaning to say Jill Biden follows Joe around like his nurse. She's not a nurse. She's a doctor.
And again, don't you forget it. She's a PhD. Who needs those MDs or DDSs when you got a PhD in the house? I'm Howie Carr.
Born in Maine, made in Massachusetts, and now a resident of the Sunshine State, Howie Carr, the original carpetbagger.